I have really perfected this banana bread recipe to the T. As always, I will leave it in the caption. Every time I make banana bread, it gets better and better. So I had 4 ripe bananas on the counter. Once it starts to brown, this is when you want to use them because this is when they become sweet, super sweet. It does look crazy on the outside, but I promise y'all, this is the time you want to use your bananas when they are ripe, just like this, okay? So use 4 ripe bananas. Then you want to go in and mash them up just like this to the best of your ability. Usually, I just take a fork because for banana bread, obviously you want to get out much of the lumps and clumps as you can, but it's okay that you leave it there because those are chunks of banana. And when you put it in the oven and melt it down and all of that good stuff, it'll come together, so it's okay. Then I added 1 cup of sugar, 1/3 cup of melted unsalted butter. Then I added in 1 egg and some vanilla extract. I think it was like a tablespoon. I'm gonna leave the recipe in the caption. And then you want to go in and mix that all together. If you have a KitchenAid, send it to me. Send it to me, okay? But if you just have a kitchen whisk, just like that, you could go in, kind of break up the banana chunks, like I said, as much as you can. But it's okay to leave it lumpy as well because that's a part of the recipe. Then for your dry ingredients, my little helper, she was helping me. I added in 1 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, and you want to mix it in as best as you can, kind of like fold it in. You don't have to overwork it. 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and mix that in as well. Y'all, she was trying to help me so bad. I was like, here you go, baby. And she had a little pinch of salt. I gave her some salt to pinch it in there. And you want to add in a pinch of salt and mix that together as well. Make sure you get in all the flour, any excess baking soda, all that stuff. Mix it in as much as you can. And again, y'all see those chunks of bananas? That's okay. That's literally what you want. Go ahead and preheat your oven to like 350 or 355 or somewhere around there, depending on your oven. Get you a baking pan for bread, like a bread pan, if you have one. If not, whatever you have to bake it in is fine. Make sure you put butter on the bottom of it, so it won't stick because this is bread, and pour it in there. One thing that I do love about baking that I've started to fall in love with is every ingredient that you're adding into this recipe. So it's like I just love that because all of the extra chemicals and store-bought stuff is unnecessary because everything that you're adding. Y'all, she see me scrape that with my hand, so she was trying to do it, and I'm like, baby girl, you don't need to. But I just had to show her and let her get the little experience with baking because she be my little helper in the kitchen, so it's so cute. So in that same bowl that I melted the butter, I just added 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and 1/3 cup of brown sugar, and I mixed it in. This is for the streusel. Am I saying that right? It's for the stuff that go on top that is going to make it like crust. You want to go in and just use your hands and just form it together. You want to kind of make sure each coat of butter is like sticking to the brown sugar and things like that. So just go in and mix it up with your hand. It's going to be the crumbs that go on top to make it like crumbly and make the crust all flaky. You will see in the end. It turns out amazing. I love making this to go on top. It's several different ways you can make it. You can add cinnamon. You can add nutmeg. Whatever you want to give it that, streusel feel, you can do that. But this is just the basics of it. You can even add walnuts to this or chocolate chips. It don't matter. Make it fun. So put it in the oven, 350 to 355 for about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. Make sure it is completely done. Once it comes out the oven, it should look just like that. Y'all, I ended up cutting a slice because I wanted to taste it. And baby, 10 out of 10. This time I added some homemade icing, which was just heavy whipping cream and powdered sugar and a splash of vanilla. That's literally how I make my icing. Y'all, look at that. So good. 10 out of 10. If you try this recipe, let me know. Bye, y'all.